Hey guys, here today to talk to you about charting. So charting is one of the things in this business that seems very daunting in the beginning to most people, but it's actually quite simple. And once you get the hang of it, you'll realize that, okay, there's really not a whole lot to this. I can do this. But in the meantime, we're here to help you, and videos like this are what we're going to do to get you kind of introduced to it. Now, charting is how we build the business after you build relationships and actually enroll people to your team, right? This is how we get that structure going that's going to help you promote through the ranks of the company, and that is going to grow your checks and get you larger pieces of that compensation plan. So I'm going to do screen share with you so I can pull up some of these charts, and I will chat with you while we look at them together. So we'll get the screen share going, and we are live. So the first thing we're going to talk about before opening the charts, though, is steps to success, okay? This is something that the company created that Amanda and I learned over 5 years ago when we first started with this business, and that is the goal for each month. Now, if you can ever do more than your steps to success, more power to you, but this was like that bare minimum, just like I said, goal that we said we're going to do, and if you do this consistently, you're going to climb through the ranks of the company and reach the top just like we did. And the key word there is to, like I said, was consistency. All right, so the steps to success look like this. All right, so the first thing is you've obviously joined the company, and you're going to be commission qualified each month. There's two ways you can do that. You can run your auto ship of 80 BV, or you can have a total PBV, personal bonus volume, which is your orders and your customers that are on your top line below you orders. If that equals 150 and higher, that will also commission qualify you. Okay, so the next step that you want to do in the first 30 days is get your 4 loyal customers, all right? The reason you want to do this is it's going to give you a $100 shopping spree to the store, which is awesome because back when we started, it was still great. It was for product credit, but now you can use it store-wide. So you can buy advertising gear or clothing or still products. So you have more options. And then the next thing you're going to do is get your first 3 distributors. And then we're going to move on to charting, and I'm going to show you where we place those. So those are your first 3 steps. That's your steps to success. Every month after your first month, you obviously have already done step 1 as far as joining, but you're going to make sure you stay commission qualified. You're going to want to enroll 4 customers and get 3 distributors. Now, do you have to do this? No, but that is what steps to success are, and that's how we know to build a solid business and reach the top. So let's minimize this, and I'm going to pull up the first rank in the company is executive, but here on this team, we skip over that because if we're doing step success anyways with our new charts, and that's why we're making this video, we're going to go straight to Ruby, all right? And the reason I say that is because, look, Ruby is you, and then 3 qualified legs. Now, these qualified legs are just 3 distributors that you enrolled. And if you do your step success, we sign 3. So that's why we're going to go straight to Ruby. Now, let's just put some names in these boxes so you can see. We have another training video that gives more detail on this, but one of these distributors are going to be your spouse that we highly recommend. If you're not married, maybe a significant other, maybe an immediate family member like a mom, somebody there. And again, it's just so you're going to make more money by doing this. And if you watch the other training video on why do we sign our spouse, that's going to give you those details. Maybe in this other spot, you signed, oh, I deleted the whole box. You signed a friend, all right. And then here on this last spot, you work social media and you signed somebody from Instagram. All right, obviously you'd be in the charting, you'd be using their real names. And there is your first rank, all right? So you followed your steps to success, you ran that auto ship, which made you commission qualified. You have your 3 distributors here, and they're all qualified legs. Qualified leg, you might ask, what's that? That means they each have over 400 BV in sales, okay? Not dollars, but BV, which we track in eSuite. And once they each have hit 400 and you've run your auto shipment, congratulations, you are now Ruby. Now that's a huge rank. It's very early in the compensation plan, but it's amazing. You see this average right here, almost $500 a month. If you've heard our story, that's what Amanda and I signed up for, and a lot of people do because that is some serious breathing room. That's more than a car payment. For most people I know when we started this business, that was half of our mortgage. So this is a big deal. Okay, so there's Ruby. Let's move on to the next rank, and so you can see how it grows. So after Ruby, we have Emerald. Now, when you look at Emerald, if you pay attention to just that top line, you see we have still just 3 people. This new ranking system is amazing. We used to have many more legs that we had to build as we were growing through the ranks, but now you start with 3 on your top line, and that's it. From Ruby to Ambassador Diamond, you're going to run with those same 3 people all the way through. All right, so that same 3 people, as we had before, was our spouse, or whatever fits for you for that first leg. Like I said, significant other, maybe an immediate family member. We also had our friend in there. And then we had that person from Instagram. And so you can see this chart just carries over from the last one. It's the same people. It's the same team we're running with. The only difference is last month where you were commission qualified and you had just 3 people here that were qualified legs. Now, 2 of them have become Rubies themselves. And then you still have that 1 leg out there that's just qualified. All right. So what do they need to be Ruby? Same thing you did. They just do their steps to success and they fill these 3 boxes with distributors. Now, here's an awesome thing that our company does that you need to understand is that this is still your chart, right? Even though this might be under your spouse and they need these 3 people here, you can help them get that too. If they maybe didn't do their steps to success and they only signed 1 person, all right? So, well, that's a bad example because your spouse wouldn't sign somebody, right? That's your leg. And again, in why we sign our spouse, I explain more there. But let's say your friend, they signed 1 person. They signed their friend. It's not letting me type. Let's try this again. Oh, here we go. They signed their friend, all right? And that's all that they signed this month. But you sign another person from Instagram, and you can move them down here. And then you sign another person, maybe from a connection you made on Pinterest. And then you can also move them down here. Now your friend ran her auto shipment. Congratulations. This month, she would be Ruby as long as these 3 legs are also qualified of that 400 GV. Now, like I said, she only signed the 1 and you signed these others, but hey, that's the beauty of this business. We work together as a team and anyone can fill those spots as long as they're underneath it. Your spouse, or if this was some other stranger, or let's say this person on Instagram, if they sign people, they go under them. They can't move them down here because you have to go below the box. But the friend is above them, so they can fill these boxes, and you're also above them, so you can fill those boxes. So again, teamwork. All right, so that's Emerald. So you're going to, just like the month before, run your auto shipment. You have your 3 legs. They have their 3 legs. And so they only need theirs to be qualified legs. You have that 1 out there as a qualified leg. And here's a kicker. Just like you being Ruby, they need to run their auto shipment or meet that 100 PBV. So that way these both are commission qualified. Any promotable spot, so someone that's a rank of executive or higher, but here we're only talking about Rubies and above. Any of those ranks, though, they have to be commission qualified each month or it will not go through on top of needing these qualified legs. And caveat here, obviously, if you're reading along with me, your total group volume needs to be 5,000. Now, that's no problem because obviously for Ruby, you had to have the 2,000 volume. So here's 2,000 already. Here's 2,000. Those are going to happen because they have to promote. And then you just need that other 1,000 out here to happen. Now, that's something also new in our new compensation plan, but much appreciated because the way the last system worked before, you could promote without having this needed group volume. And the volumes were lower, and so sometimes that might have made people's paychecks a little bit lower than here because you do see it does say average earnings. It's not guaranteed, but average. With this new volume requirement, though, I bet you these numbers are going to be more consistent and possibly even rise because our compensation plans is one of the best that pays out in the industry. Trust me, I've looked at a bunch of them. Yes, there's other good ones out there, but ours is near the top. It is solid. So after you've reached Emerald, you're like, well, what am I doing next? You, my dear, are going Diamond. Now, you sure I've heard Mark say this is your license to print money. And I will touch on that a little bit why. But let's just look at this chart real quick. And you look at it and you say, holy cow, Michael, that's a lot more boxes going on. Listen, it's still just as simple. Because like I said, we need 3 legs to go all the way to the top. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3. 2 of the 3 are the same from your Emerald. You still have that 1 qualified leg. You still have that 1 Ruby leg. Only this time, one of your legs, one of the rubies, also promoted to emerald. Excuse me, sorry. So let's hopefully, if you're building your business this way and following our charting techniques, that strong leg, your heavy leg, the one that has the most organization under it for your team, is going to be that spouse spot. So you're going to collect a diamond check, they're going to collect an emerald check, and that's all coming into your home, which is huge money. That is also something that I think sets us apart from other compensation plans out there. I know many companies out there, husbands and wives, you have to work one account. They don't allow you to have two. I am thankful that It Works has it set up this way, because now we can collect 2 checks instead of 1. So just as the months before, our promotable boxes need to be commission qualified. So that's you, your emerald, these 2 rubies, and this one here. The rest of them are just those qualified legs, and those are 400 PBB, or GB, I'm sorry, each, and a total group volume, as I mentioned, each rank has this now, of 8,000. But like the previous one, we know that you're going to have almost all that by itself anyways, because the emerald was 5,000, right? So you have 5,000 coming from this leg, 2,000 here, that's 7. So that's already, and then you just need that 1,000 here. So your 2 and 1, the volumes should be there already from the previous month as well. So you only had to grow this 1 extra leg to jump up. Now, why is Diamond the license to print money, you ask? Well, as you see here, I'm sure if you're reading along, you can see that there's also a generation bonus and a new distributor leadership bonus. These are 2 different types of bonuses that I'm not going to get too deep into on this video, because again, we have other training that talks about that stuff. But that is extra income on the work that's already happening. You don't have to do anything extra, but now that you're Diamond, they're going to pay you these extra bonuses on the work that's already being done. No different than that spouse account that you're running, or that mom's account or significant other, whomever you have there. That's why we love this compensation plan. They give us so many ways that they want to give us money, even though we're really not doing anything different. I could be emerald doing the same thing, but once I hit diamond, they're just going to go, hey, here's extra bonuses for you. So I hope this video helped you understand the basics of charting. We will get more detailed training in, whether it be videos like this, live Zooms, or just reach back out to your enroller. Someone on your upline, myself, my wife Amanda, our upline, Kim Touchton, somebody can help you with more details if you have questions about charting. So let's build this together and get to the top.